I've always heard of double penetration, but I never thought I'd be the one taking it this bad. Son of a bitch, this hurts.
We all know the other way's worse.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
What do women in pools have in common?
What?
They both cost a lot of money to maintain for the amount of time you're inside of them.
If you put a bonnet on a coochie, is that a fishnet?
We listen and we don't judge. I slept with her boyfriend.
Oh! Whoa, when?
Stop! I slept with her boyfriend too.
Whoa!
I'm telling you, that is not diesel.
That's the fuel tank.
There's definitely oil on that.
She using both hands. Then she stepped back, switched to no hands.
Murph, left-handed anger.
Next time, bring it from the shoulder, you big pussy.
Sorry, I left my whole entire. No, I did that the other day. I just left my whole clit on the fucking seat. I got up and I was like, my bad. I you know what I do? After I'm sitting, I'll scoot up, like I'll literally butt scrub on. I legitimately.
Damn, since 1963, they've been hitting us with the snail trail, typically on the bed. Shame on them.
Hey. In case no one's told you today, I'm proud of you. You're doing great. Life is tough. You've had some setbacks, but you'll get it back. You're doing awesome. So as long as you're giving everything you currently have today, then you're doing the best you can. Hang in there. I'm proud of you.
Hell yeah, guys. If you're doing it right, this shit ain't easy. Hang in there. You got this shit.
I remember giving a man a blowjob in the back of his car just so I could get a chicken nugget Happy Meal.
These stories are enough to make a grown man cry. And they're like half truth at best.
Weak men focus on women. Women focus on strong men. Strong men focus on their mission, their purpose. So focus on yourself until the focus is on you.
Guys think that is rare in women. Women who respect them, women who don't take advantage of their money and run around on their money and all their hard work, women who don't talk behind their backs to other guys or entertain other guys, and women who talk highly about their man behind closed doors or when they're not in the room. They just want love and respect from us. That's all they want.
And somehow these days, that's just too much to ask. Unreal.
Wouldn't pain me as a heartbreaker, but I've said a few goodbyes.
If you're a dude and you're watching this, I just want to tell you now, we just don't get told it enough, but it's okay that you're alone. I'm alone too, man. I'm with you. You know, being alone isn't a bad thing. It teaches you so much about yourself. You learn new shit about yourself on the daily. You're able to grow in different aspects of your life. Sometimes you need time to learn stuff about yourself instead of constantly jumping in a relationship, trying to seek validation, fill that void in your head when you need to fill it with something else besides a girl. Being alone helps you figure out what that empty void is, what you can fill it with to not feel so empty. For me, it's trying to help men, motivate them into being a better version of themselves, leveling the fuck up. I feel fulfilled by doing that. Having a girlfriend and being complacent would never give me that feeling. Don't chase women right now, man. It's a waste of your time. Just let life do its thing. Keep working on yourself, showing up every day, doing the shit you know you have to do, and just live, man. Don't stress a relationship so much.
Guys, I'm telling you, a period of solitude mixed with some gratitude is the absolute secret to your success. Hey guys, if you're looking for the wildest police videos YouTube has to offer, you gotta pay us a visit over here at FreezePOV.
Would you trade lives with Warren Buffett? He's worth $130 billion, but you wouldn't trade lives with him. Because he's 95 years old, there's no way you would agree to trade the amount of time you have left for all of the money in the world. And yet, as young people in particular, we never think about our time. How much time are you wasting? Sitting on your phone, scrolling around, worrying about other people, stressing over dumb things, comparing yourself to others, all of these stupid things that we do, when time is the only thing that matters in the end. We basically live in this world where time is nothing to us. We think we're immortal. And then at the very end, it's the only thing that you think about, but it's too late.
Every day I live with a sense of urgency. It's made my life quite full, but I'm not sure everyone's really doing it. Think about how much time you have left. Put a fire under your ass.
You need to understand the rich man's chessboard. This breaks down the 6 essential skills to become an actual opponent in the business space. The most important piece on the board is your king, and the king's skill is sales. When it comes to making money, sales is the most important skill that you can have. Over 75% of the world's self-made billionaires started with sales. The second most important piece on your board is your queen, and her skill is marketing. Marketing is simply leveraging power dynamics and mastering human psychology. This allows you to create desire and craft influence. Marketing also makes you extremely versatile in any form of business. The third most important are your rooks, and their skill is simplicity. If you're playing a game of chess, rooks excel in the endgame because they simplify the board, and they focus on long-term success. And that's the exact same in business because streamlined processes always excel. The next most important pieces are your bishops, and they are completely focused on positioning. Bishops have a long-range vision that allows them to see the narrative. Seeing the narrative and the trend of the game is very important in chess, but it's also very important in business. If you're working against the narrative, that is going to be extremely difficult. Next up is your knights, and their skill is creativity. The skill of doing something creative and unconventional to jump over barriers is extremely important in business, just like it's important for a knight. And lastly, we have our pawns, and their skill is building a strong foundation. Just like in chess, greatest victories in business often begin with the smallest moves. Even having just a few of these skills will make you an elite opponent in the business world, but having all of them is what allows you to truly win the game.
The best way to start loving yourself is to keep your word. Whatever you tell yourself, and you and only you know this, whatever you promise yourself, you accomplish it. You stick to it. You tell yourself, I'm waking up early tomorrow, you wake up early. You tell yourself you're going to the gym, you go to the gym. Because every time you tell yourself you're going to do something and you don't do it, you lose self-respect. And without self-respect, you can't love yourself.
You go on Monday, you tell all your friends, I'm going to the gym 5 times this week, I'm going to eat healthy, I'm starting my diet, I'm going to get in shape. By Wednesday, I find you on a couch sitting, eating chocolate brownies, watching a Netflix show, skipping the gym. Your actions are the opposite of your words. You're out of alignment. And when you're out of alignment, what happens? You lose self-respect. And when you don't respect yourself, what happens? You're not happy. And when you're unhappy, what happens? You get out of the present moment because the present moment sucks. And when you get out of the present moment, you go to one of 2 places. You either go to the past, which is depression. You think about, oh, the good old days. Oh, man, you start reflecting about when times were better. Or you go to the future and you get anxious, you get anxiety. Oh, what if this happens and this thing that worrying about things that haven't even happened yet. The cure to this is to get into alignment. Your words and your actions must align with each other.
Man, this shit is too true, and you really can't do it without the self-discipline. Self-discipline is a commitment that you make to yourself to give yourself a way better gift later on. You gotta really get in line with this. This is the bigger picture for life. Every single word is affecting you negatively or positively. Make them count, guys. All right, y'all, let's see what I got for you today. Well, I wanted to talk about interpreting blockades as possibly something different. A lot of times when I take on a new venture, I tell someone what I'm going to get involved with, or we talk about their dreams, they always identify the reasons why they cannot, or essentially outline the reasons why they shouldn't even start. And you know, for me, the difference in mindset is that I'm going to identify the issues and just set them as parameters I need to overcome. So some people might say I'd start a business, but I don't have the money. And in some instances, I started businesses and I didn't have any money. But I thought, well, I don't have any money and I want to start this business, so how will I get the money? Rather than saying, I don't have the money, so it won't work. Or, you know, sometimes people might live in an area where the population isn't big enough to really fulfill their wildest dreams business-wise. And, you know, so they say, well, I guess I'll just always be stuck at this job or something of that nature. And ultimately, they could move. You know, it's just another identification of a parameter that needs to be overcome. And I'd just like to challenge you today to say, you know, whatever goal you have in your life, whether it's relationships, business, location, whatever it might be, that instead of saying, I cannot because, say, in order for me to do this, I need to overcome this problem. Everything is possible if we set our mind to it. And as long as we don't count ourselves out of the game in the beginning. But nearly every invention and everything around you was an impossibility to most, but to some individual, they decided that they would figure it out. Whether that's the airplane, the car, the roads, your shoes, every single thing was a person deciding that they were just going to overcome whatever problems they faced to solve the ultimate goal that they had for them, or to achieve the goal that they had before them. So if you can switch this situation in your life and you can begin to write down just the things you'll need to overcome rather than the reasons why you're not even going to start, your subconscious mind and your conscious mind will work together to reverse engineer a way to get you to exactly where you want to be. And your wildest dreams are completely possible. The lifestyle that you want is completely obtainable. It's all within your mind. And as a man, we can complete anything. We can figure out anything. We have a lot of life ahead of us typically. So, you know, we have to really utilize the time that we have. We can let it all slide by, but if we utilize every single day, the possibilities are truly endless. And the pride you could have in yourself and the things you've accomplished and the things you've created can really breed internal happiness like you've never achieved. All right, guys, I'm driving on the freeway home from LA, so the noise quality might be crazy and you probably heard some things, but sometimes I got to say what I got to say. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we're going to see you on the next one.